Everyone is talking about AI. As a business owner, you know that you need to be implementing AI. But the challenge is that how do you actually implement it? Where do you actually start? And what is the process for actually integrating it into your current business systems, right? Without causing a lot of disruption and without taking on a lot of risk. And in this video, what I want to do is I want to give you a framework, a way to think about how you can integrate AI into the business and how to identify where it can be implemented. And this is going to be a short one, but it's going to be extremely important to changing the way you think, right? Because showing you a system is great and showing you what other businesses are doing is great. But unless you change the way you think about looking at your business and looking about how you can change things, then you're always going to be at the mercy of others to try and point that out for you. Okay. And as a business owner coming into the new age of AI, you need to be able to identify those things for yourself. So let's get right into the video. If you don't know who I am, my name is Jordan Hayes. I'm the co-founder of a company called Yanda Labs. We help businesses build AI systems into their sales and marketing processes so they can acquire more customers at a lower customer acquisition cost, improve their systems, improve the customer experience, get more customers to come back and buy again. As a result, grow revenue, grow profitability, and use AI to propel the business forward rather than getting left behind. So let's dive into this flowchart that I have here on my screen. So the first thing that I want you to do is when you are starting any process of trying to implement something new into the business, you always need to audit the current scenario, right? You always need to start by understanding what is the current lay of the land, right? What do things currently look like? So if we just take, for example, your sales process, and you want to be able to map out the sales process on something like this on a flow chart, understand all the different areas, right? At least write it out, like whatever allows you to visualize what is actually happening and all the steps that the customer is going through and all the steps that your team is taking throughout that sales process. Because once you have that there, now you can audit where the inefficiencies are and you can audit the specific areas and ask the question, can AI be implemented here? Okay. So once you've audited different areas of the business, you want to prioritize those areas and changes that you can make by level of importance and impact. Okay. So here's what I mean by this. Let's just say, okay, we can implement an AI system into our sales process, or, for example, when we're invoicing customers, like it's very manual and that could be created by AI and sent to the customer completely by AI and automation. Now, both of those, like one might be easier than the other, right? The invoicing might be more so simple, but what is going to move the needle the most right now? Okay. And in that scenario, it would be the sales process, right? Because yes, the invoices are taking up some time and they're manual, but it's not detrimental to the business. The fact that our sales process is only converting a small percentage of leads that come in, that's a much higher priority for us to tackle and improve. Okay. So that's the way, wanting to think. And then obviously once you have all these different areas of the business listed out that you've audited and said, okay, this can be improved, this can be improved, this can be improved, there's inefficiency here, there's inefficiency there. Then you want to be able to understand, okay, which one is going to have the highest impact and move the needle the most, right? If it's in terms of sales, like new customers or returning customers or reducing cost, like whatever it is, okay? And then you want to ask the question, can AI make this better, faster, or cheaper? And not everything can be made better, faster, or cheaper with AI, right? Not yet. But there are some things that are going to stand out to you and say, actually, yes, I think this can, right? And then what you want to do is you want to be able to explore what that's going to look like, right? So if it's a yes, then obviously you go to implementation and you explore what that looks like and you map out a plan as to, where the AI will come in and what it will do and everything else. And this is what we specialize in, right? We specialize in not only the implementation and mapping all that out with all the technology and building all the development and stuff, but also being able to identify the specific areas in the sales process or any business process that can be better, faster, or cheaper. It can be made better, faster, or cheaper with AI, right? And if that is a no, then you want to be asking the question, well, can it be automated, right? Because AI is more like, can an AI agent do this, right? Can basically a human, right? Like it's AI agent is basically like a human doing the work for you, like a workforce. But automations is mainly just like, can we use Make or Zapier or one of those tools just to like automate simple processes? And for a lot of things, yes, you can automate a lot of things. And if that is the case, then of course you go to the automation. If that's not the case, then you need to delegate it if it's not already delegated, right? And as a business owner, you should always be auditing the things that you're doing as well and saying, well, how can this done be AI? Yes, no. Can it be automated? Yes, no. And if not, can it be delegated to someone else on the team so that it frees up my time to do more of this stuff, right? Like you should be thinking about this because it's really going to change, first of all, your top line revenue, and it's going to reduce your costs. And as a result, create more of a gap between revenue and costs, increase in profitability in obviously its most simplest terms, but ultimately it's going to allow you to scale the business much more simpler as well without as much headache as it would without, okay? Because you have bulletproof systems in place which are required when scaling. Otherwise, things are going to break at scale, okay? So this is a simple framework that I've started adopting for, my own business because it took a while to get into the mindset of thinking, can AI do this? Can AI do that? Right? Just in the day-to-day, right? Things come up, someone asks you something, can AI do this? Can we automate this? That is the mindset that I've developed and still improving over time, because you get used to being in the mindset of, getting someone to do it or doing it yourself or whatever, right? Now it's a new age of we need to think a little bit differently and think about, can AI do this? And, can it make it better, faster, or cheaper? Okay. So that's it for this video. If you want someone to come into your business, identify exactly where we can add AI and integrate AI into your current system to make things better, faster, or cheaper, build those bulletproof processes for you and enable you to scale the business rather than holding you back, then just below this video in the description, there's a link to my website. You can go there, you can book a call with me. We'll have a quick 20-minute conversation about your business and see if we can actually come in and help you implement AI to make things better, faster, or cheaper, right? That's it for this video, and I'll see you in the next one.